Good morning, everyone. It's great to see you all this Monday morning. I hope you all had a good weekend. Let's go ahead and get started with our warm-ups for our medical Qigong practice. We're opening up hip width, shoulder width apart. If you notice today, I'm wearing socks. Someone asked earlier, I think last week, about whether it was okay to wear socks or shoes. And today, it being a little cooler, I'm wearing my socks. So the answer is, as Henry said, yes. It's better to keep your feet warm. So go ahead and allow those feet, the bottoms of the feet, to connect with the earth. The tip of the tongue is touching the roof of the mouth. We're breathing in and out through the nose. And if you can, take just a moment to soften the knees, relaxing the low back, relaxing the hips, relaxing the shoulders, softening the jaw, and allowing the very top of the head to elevate just a little bit into the sky. We're opening up the left side of the body by tapping with the right hand. I'm going to try to mirror you. We're starting at our lower dantian, our lower energy center, which is 3 to 4 finger breaths beneath your belly button. Our warm-ups allow us to start moving the blood and the qi within the body, within the channels. It also gives us a chance to quiet the mind just a little bit. Start focusing in on the breath. Maybe the areas that we're tapping, we're moving up the midline of the body to underneath the clavicle, traveling laterally across the chest, to underneath the arm, down the side of the rib cage, back on over to the midline, the top of the shoulder, coming down the outside of the upper arm and the forearm, the back of the hand, and the palm, up the forearm, the bicep, back to the top of the shoulder, slowing down, and then wiping out anything you don't need or want, letting it go back into the earth. Switching sides. And completing the same circuit just on the right side of the body instead of the left. From here, we're going to widen our stance, opening up the channels, the meridians in the lower half of the body. As we're tapping, using the momentum here, we can really relax the shoulders, relaxing the elbows, the wrists. The more relaxed we are, the easier the blood in the chi can flow. Transitioning. I'm moving both feet so I stay in frame, but traditionally we're only moving the left foot. That's the yang side of our body. Working down the inner aspect of the legs to just above the ankle or wherever it's comfortable for you. Transitioning to the lateral aspect of the legs. Coming back on up to the hips and the glutes, bringing that left foot back to the right, maintaining the hip width, shoulder width distance. Checking to see if the feet are parallel. Keeping those channels open evenly in the front and the back of the body. And saying hello to our kidneys. Gently waking them up. Placing the palms at the low back, circling down the sides and up the spine. And resting the palms at the low back. Closing the eyes. And as you breathe through the nose, guiding the breath and the chi to the low back. Exhaling, allowing that energy to flow freely to wherever it's needed within the body. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi to the low back and the kidneys, allowing them to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that energy to flow to wherever it's needed. Inhaling, nourishing the kidneys with that breath and the chi. Exhaling, allowing the body and mind to rest and relax. Gently opening the eyes, letting the arms come back down to the sides and closing by bringing that left foot back to the right. Okay, so we have been working on our Golden 8 series, which is what we're going to continue working on this week. We're reviewing the first 5 exercises. So let's go ahead and begin. Opening up hip width, shoulder width apart. I'm going to talk through the first few exercises of each module, and then I'll be quiet so you can really sink yourselves into the exercise and enjoy. So we're inhaling, arms sweep out to the sides, gathering in front of the breastbone, relaxing the shoulders and relaxing the elbows. Exhaling as we guide the hands down to the lower dantian. Inhaling up to the breastbone. Exhaling, the palms are facing the earth as the fingers intertwine. Inhaling as you gaze up, the backs of the hands coming up onto the toes if you like. Staying up here as we exhale. Inhale. And then exhaling as we release the arms, coming back to the earth. Inhaling, trying to keep the body as relaxed as possible. Exhaling. Inhaling up to the breastbone. Exhaling. Inhaling all the way up. Exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. So in these exercises, we're not trying to drive the breath, okay? We're not trying to force the breath. We're allowing it to enter and leave the body. Inhaling, exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. If this is your first time, please don't feel like you have to get all of it all at once. Inhaling as we gather. Exhaling, guiding to the lower dantian. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. If you have not already done so, go ahead and start working with your own breath. Your breath dictates the pace of the exercise, the flow of the exercise. About one more time. And then when you're ready, closing by bringing that left foot back to the right. Our left side is the yang side in this tradition. Opening back up, our feet are parallel, a little wider than shoulder width. Hip width is okay. We're working on the heart and small intestine exercise, the archer. Inhaling as the arms come up in front of us, the knees are bent. We're exhaling as we extend that left hand out, pulling back with the right. Inhaling, guiding both hands back to the center. Exhaling, pushing out now to the right, pulling back with the left. Inhaling. And exhaling, gaze is focused at the tip of the middle finger. Inhaling, gaze now transfers to the inner wrist. Exhaling, everything is as relaxed as possible except for that claw. Inhaling and exhaling. Allowing yourself to flow from side to side. Trying to let the pace stay as smooth as possible. And allowing the breath to dictate how fast or slow you're moving. You never want to feel out of breath. Maybe one more time each side. And then when you come back to the center, go ahead and close. So our first exercise was Reach for Happiness. That was the lung and large intestine exercise. Our second exercise was the Archer for the heart and small intestine, working through the pericardium channel. We're opening again, this time for our spleen and stomach exercise. Between heaven and earth. Feet are parallel, hip width. We're inhaling, gathering in front of the breastbone, exhaling down to the lower dantian. Inhaling up to the breastbone. This time, the left hand continues. The right hand pushes against the earth. Exhale, guiding both hands along the midline, right along the median. Inhaling, pointing the fingertips down. Exhaling all the way out. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. In and out. Letting the mind focus on the breath. Letting the body relax into the exercise. The mind starts journeying, venturing off to try and work on other things. Just gently guide it on back to the breath. And getting ready to close. Left foot back to the right. Okay, so now we're working on our fourth exercise, our Sanjiao exercise, or triple burner, triple warmer, whichever is your preference to call it. It is turn and look back. We're opening up, hip width, shoulder width apart. Settling into the space. Inhaling, allowing the shoulders to rise. Exhaling, placing the palms flat against the earth. The forefingers and thumbs hugging the contours of the hips about 2 to 4 inches away. And then on an inhale, we're starting to turn the hips, the torso to the left, continuing with the head, continuing with the eyes. Exhaling, allowing the eyes to reposition back to the center of the head, allowing the head to come back to the torso and the torso to come back to the center. Inhaling now to the right, wrapping around the core of the body, torso, head, and eyes, releasing eyes, head, and torso. Inhaling to the left, allowing one movement to flow into the next. Exhaling, allowing yourself to rewind, coming back to center. Inhaling now to the right. Exhaling back to the center. Working with your own breath. If you need to take a break, please do so. Once again, this is not a no pain, no gain type of exercise. Trying to relax into the movement, allowing the mind a chance to rest. And when you're ready, gently lower the arms, bring that left foot back to the right. So that was our turn and look back. Now we're going to work on our fifth exercise, which is twist and release for the liver and gallbladder. Okay, opening up, feet are parallel, a little wider than shoulder width, hip width is fine. You may want to shorten your stance if this causes any knee, hip, or back issues. Also, if you're wearing socks, because you might slide, we'll see how that works. Okay. Positioning the hands so that the forefinger goes towards the inner aspect of the leg and the thumb goes towards the lateral aspect of the leg. The arms are slightly bent, so they're not locked, but they are floating down about a third of the way down the leg. We're inhaling as we turn to the left, still inhaling as we raise that shoulder up, looking down towards the ground or the fourth toe. And then exhaling as we release the knee, hip, and shoulder. Moving to the right, we're inhaling, allowing the breath to raise that shoulder, and exhaling back to the center. Inhaling, allowing the weight to transition to that left leg as you raise the right shoulder, looking over that right shoulder. Exhaling as we drop the knee, hip, and shoulder back to the center. Inhaling. And then exhaling. In. And out. Inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. Moving at your own pace. Taking just a moment at the very top of the exercise to hold before releasing back to the center. But not putting too much strain on the body. Once again, the chi and the blood move more freely when we're relaxed. So we want that relative feeling of relaxation throughout the body during these exercises. About one more time on each side. And then when you're ready, bring the left foot back to the right. Okay. So to review, reach for happiness. The archer between heaven and earth, turn and look back, and then twist and release. Keeping the feet together as much as possible, we're rubbing the hands, maybe generating a little bit of warmth in the palms if we can. If that doesn't happen, that's okay. We're transferring some of that chi to the palms. And then we're going to place the palms at the lower dantian. So traditionally, men place the left hand first, right hand on top. Women, it's right and then left. I'm not going to mirror you for this part. We're going to make circles in the lower abdomen, circling up the right and down the left. About 9. And once you've done your 9 circles, we're going to travel in the opposite direction, up the left and down the right. Starting to concentrate the energy within the lower dantian. And once you've done 9 circles, resting the palms at the lower dantian, closing the eye. Inhaling through the nose, allowing the lower dantian to fill up with energy. Exhaling, allowing that. Exhaling, allowing that energy to settle and store so that you may use it throughout the rest of your day. Inhaling, guiding the breath and the chi through the nose to rest down into the lower dantian. Exhaling, allowing that chi to settle and store so that you may use it throughout the rest of your day. Taking a few more moments to inhale and exhale. Settling the chi, settling the mind. Taking a few more moments to enjoy the breath. Thank you so very, very much for joining me on a Monday morning. A quick